What is their workforce? What a day! I have been trying to go live for I have no idea how many minutes. YouTube just heard that today was long and said, I can make it longer. Okay. They wouldn't accept my thumbnail, and it was just a whole mess. And it was showing an Anthem thumbnail. If it had been any Final Fantasy thumbnail at all, I would have just let it roll. I have no idea if the audio's right. Let me get out of Discord, because none of that's going to work tonight. I was trying to get all that set up. So welcome. We are going to finish these. That's Brian texting me because he was helping me troubleshoot. So if you're hearing like 1,000 dings, he's not home and he was trying to help. Oh, good evening, Jake. Good evening, Jay. Let me drop that down. Okay. Says my stream quality is medium. So, we'll do it. Audio's good. Great. Perfect. We're doing it live. First time you'll be able to catch stream, well, welcome. We try to stream on Mondays at 8 or 8:30 Central Standard. Not enough that we commit it to a schedule. But this week I am leaving town for 5 days to go down and be part of my brother's wedding. And Brian's going to be down for the day of the wedding. And so we've just been trying to get all this channel stuff done, and then I had some work stuff that I had to get done, and he just moved into a new house, so I went and helped him set up his office this weekend, and it's just been a lot. So yeah, had a fair bit to get done today. All got done. Well, not all of it, but enough of it that I can hang out with you guys. Ooh, 85. Way to go, Primal. It's 4 a.m. for you. Well, hopefully you got everything you needed done. Not a lot of day left there. How are you, Kathy? All right. Oh, 233. Good for you. Pushed me over 8. All right. So hopefully we'll be live next Monday. Monday we are streaming. I believe it's going to be at 10 Central in the morning. It's going to be our podcast, Casually Hardcore. And it'll be streamed over on usually Twitch. We may do it on YouTube this time because it's the AmRail. So as a YouTuber, we try to kind of offer it to the guest. Most of the guests are on Twitch, so we do it on Twitch. And then we're going to run those as officially edited podcasts the Monday after they film. That way they have like all week to film, because some people, he wants to film on a Monday, but we have guests booked for every single week from May 6th through the end of June, and then some other confirmed people that we just haven't nailed down dates. So we are going to be having weekly podcasts. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully nobody has like a conflict come up and they have to cancel. I think if they do, Brian and I will probably just shoot it without them, because we like the idea of the podcast being weekly. I don't know what you guys think. Okay, so that's done. I should probably sell the stuff that's clogging up my inventory, but not right now. Had to start stream late. Let's just get stuff done. I want to hit 60 tonight. I want to hit 60 and ideally have my Namatsu done for the day. Because Namatsu is like 20-30% of a level. It's crazy. What ward and what plot? We should probably put that in our about section now that there's World Visit. I don't know. I'll go back. Let me do it right after I do this Gold Saucer. Gold Saucer's quick. I gotta do my 3 mini cack pots, my big cack pot, and then I'll go back to the house. We should probably put that in our about section. How do I do that? Let's open up YouTube. And go to... They hide all this stuff now. They've been in like a 1.5 year process of moving us to what's called like YouTube Studio Beta. And so, like, editing features is, like, mixed between what's now called YouTube Studio Classic and YouTube Studio Beta. So I don't... Okay, we're going to try this Customize Channel button. And go to the About page. Current schedule. Oh, God. It has a stream schedule in there that's not even remotely reasonable. Okay, let's delete that schedule. Current schedule. Posts at 10 and 1 daily. Weekly. Streams on Monday nights. CST. Great. Perfect. FFXIV house located at... Okay. Now, let's go finish this up while we're here. And then I'll put that in the About section. The About section should probably be better. We've had people kind of asking if they can, like, send us stuff. Well, I don't know what they'd want to send us. But we talked about getting a P.O. box, and we'd put that there, too. Oh, no. Okay. 720 is not bad. I'll take it. It's acceptable. I need FC buffs up. Yeah, does anybody still... I assume there's still a handful of people that maybe haven't completed the one event. So, I'm going to go into actions, and we'll do... Oh, I don't have jackpot here. I definitely want Earth. You let me know what you want. I'll put whatever you want for the second one. I'm going to do these without the bonus, but if somebody wants jackpot, I'm happy to put it up. I don't need FGP for anything. So, being suboptimal, I don't care. 2, 3. Oh, come on. Well, that's a bummer. And last ticket. Do we have room in our FC? Yeah, FCs are like 512. So if somebody tells you they don't have room, touche, or they're lying. Oh, bummer. Nothing. There's just trash here. Doesn't matter. 108. Great. Perfect. Move on. So yeah. We don't really do anything too organized, but you're definitely welcome to be here. We don't take it personal if you end up finding an FC that does do stuff you want to be a part of. So, you're welcome to come and go as you please. We have a house. We toss up buffs sometimes. Okay. Morning, Mike. Let's go do the turn in here. Let's win our 3 1000s. It's always 3 consolation prizes. Yep. And last 1000. 1000. There you go. Next. We go buy purchase jumbo jackpot ticket. Random number. That sounds beautiful. That was exactly the number I was hoping for. Oh my gosh, 2 in a row. Craziness. If only you were in the UK. I can't imagine the latency of playing. I know people like try to play that way. To be with friends or family or something like that. And in theory, the game was designed to be playable. At least at like a basic level. At like 200 or 300 milliseconds ping. But like, oof. No thank you. Alright. Back to the residential area. And then just tell me, I'll go to Gridania next, and tell me what you want for the other action. And up it'll go. Cool. No ninja for me. Oh yeah, if you have that ping, yeah, there'd be whole classes that would be really tough. Okay. How do I find my plot and wards? Is that just on map? Missed subdivision? So I'm number 18. How do I find what ward I'm in? I don't see it. So just Sargatanis. Number 18. Ooh, my mouse is better not be dying. I mean, this thing just eats batteries. All right. The sign out front. Right here? Okay. WorkToGame. Plot 18, 5th ward. In the mist. Neat. Perfect. That works great. And then Contra Phoenix wants an invite. Social. Player search. Get out from behind chat, please. Search. Name. Contra. Execute. Found you. Invite to company. There you go. Perfect. That should work. I'm going to go ahead and repair while you come over. Sinister. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a long day. Got the suit. It's all taken care of. It's fine. I did not get my hair cut. I was hoping to get that done today. Got the last of everything Chuck needed at the vet. Done. Finished up a bunch of stuff, work stuff. I have a handful of things that carry over tomorrow. And then took care of just a quick errand. And that's the whole day. I think part of it is like my wife and I, we work out together on Sunday mornings. We take like this class together. And so we're not in great shape. So like it kind of taxes us. And then we worked in the yard together for like 4 or 5 hours after that, like immediately, like prior to showers. Like we're sweaty, just put on yard clothes and we'll just go straight out before it gets hot because we're here in Texas and it's starting to get warm for the summer. And it tore us up. And so we are so sore. What's going on, Brian? All right. Did you make it home or are you just in from mobile? We are waiting on, Sinister said wanted to stop by the house. And then I am going to go to Gridania to throw up another action. I haven't seen a suggestion yet, so if nobody in the FC cares, I'll just do Jackpot for the second one. For anybody that happens to still be missing their MGP, we're coming up on the number of weeks where, like, I assume nobody is. But we'll give him another day or so. Oh, crafting buff? Yeah, sure. Done. Which crafting buff do you want? Social free company. I assume experience. Helping hand. That's what we'll do. Helping hand 2. Why do we have a helping hand 1? Oh, we don't. I just can't read. Great. Up it goes. Crafting. Done. There you go, lady. Easy enough. Crafting and gathering. I know Brian will appreciate that. I think you're about to crank out a bunch of stuff here. Is that you, Sinister? Can I go into my house while in combat? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh, you missed it. Okay. We are in the, I think it was 5th Ward, plot 18. And I need to put that in the chat. Wrong keyword. Sargatanis. Missed. Ward 5, plot 18. Done. That'll be in the About section of the YouTube page. Alright. And just verify that. Yes. Missed. 5th Ward, plot 18. Small house. Plenty of house. How much is the price of an average? I have no idea. I think it's like 20 million for a medium, and I think smalls are like 6. Aether data center. I can go put that in there too. How do I edit that? Oh, did it like jack with it? There we go. Okay. Aether data center, Sargatanis. Great. For business inquiries, there's our email and perfection. Sweet. Hello, hello. You're not wearing a shirt. Oh, smalls are only 3? Okay, maybe they're 3 million. Okay, I was just guessing. The issue isn't the money. Like, I know it sounds like a lot of money, so if you don't have it, I get it. But getting the money is the smallest piece of it. The issue is that you can't find anything to buy. And I can't see chat if you're chatting to me. My face is over it. So if you're trying to message me or anything, I can't see it. I have all that turned off. I just was getting spammed by stuff. What is this for? Well, thank you. I don't know what that was for. What are you doing? Oh my god. This is so much. It would take me weeks to build this up. I make maybe $1 million a week. Maybe. When I'm playing. This is crazy. I press trade. Oh. Is there a limit? I mean, that would be a weird thing to happen. Is there a limit? It looks like there's a limit. Well, thank you. That's what I'll be using it on. I actually was about to go buy some gear for a couple of friends that just go in the game on Cactar. But that wasn't going to make a dent in what I had. Gear's gotten really reasonable. Well, that is crazy. Alright. Brian, who all has access to the FC chest? I could put some of it in there, but I don't know who all has access. Well, thank you. I don't want to put it in there if it's just everybody, because I don't want somebody just pulling it all out. Because we let anybody in, so that's not really a safe space. I think it's probably better that like Brian and I distribute it that way. Oh, there's a ton of money in here. Why is there a ton of money in here? Oh no, I read that as extra zeros. Okay. Nope. We'll back that out. Proceed. And Gil. And we'll put 3 million of it back in. I assume. That way Brian has access to it if that's best. But how do I check permissions? Great. Proceed. Okay. That should cover us for a while. And then if we need to put more in there, Brian. Now we have it. Well, thank you. Look up ranks. Okay. Social, free company. We let anybody in, so, like, I don't really want somebody to have the ability to, like, just go pull all that out. Company credits. Company credits is captain. So it looks like captain and above. Okay, and then who did we give that to? So we have a fair number of brigadiers and a fair number of captains. I assume that those are all people we know in, like, real life. Rank. I don't know who the captains are. I just don't want that money to, like, just get pulled out and be gone. I don't think I have the ability to edit. Full access. Yeah. So Brian, if you're around, if you could make sure that nobody captain above is not somebody that you could, like, personally text. Just because if we're going to start putting money in there, that's a fair bit of money. Edit profile, maybe? No. Entitlements? You guys are teaching me. I never modify this stuff. Oh, you can just apply to places? Alright. I would accept anybody in. What do I click here? I feel so dumb. I do not know how to do this. Brian, you should put out a guide on this. Keep it locked. At the bottom, there's a lock. Change hierarchy. Captain. Oh, that's right. We know that. We like that. Oh, we have an FC. Yeah, this is all FC. This is, yeah, neither Brian or I own a personal house. Says captain is full rank. Yeah, I'm just wondering how to strip that, or see who who is captain easily. Like if I go to members, can I sort by rank? No, that would be really convenient. Like I don't necessarily know all of these captains. And then what was the next rank up? Brigadier. And if we go to Brigadier, I believe Brigadier is people we know in real life from just looking at this. Because like I'm seeing my brothers and like a guy that Brian works with and some guys from Brian's college. So like I believe that's all right. Okay, so rank. Right. Okay, right click hierarchy settings. Oh, great, perfect. Company credits. Or that's right. We want. I don't care if they do that. You deposit if you want. None about me. And then Brigadier will leave it full. Make sure that this is deposit only, yes. And deposit only. And view only. Who are these pook staters? Alright. That way, I don't necessarily know everybody that's a captain. They seem to be people that, like, we've played with a lot, so I assume I can trust it, but if we start putting money in there regularly. Cool. Well, thank you. No. Hey, I learned a lot. Where's my thing here? Sci-fi idea journal up. Okay. Free company permission guide. It's on the list. The list is like seriously eternally long. So if I say I'm putting something on the list, I do mean it. That doesn't mean it's coming soon. It might come soon. And I don't do them in order. I look down them for something that I either think, A, you guys want to see, or B, I want to make, and actually I'd prefer it to be both. So I think it... I say I assume we can trust him, but then I took away permission. The Brigadiers, those are all people we know. So like that, I saw Brian's wife in there. I saw my brothers in there. I saw Mike, one of my college roommates, a couple of Brian's. So that's a little different. And most of those people are honestly either inactive. Like they pop in from time to time. They maybe have an active sub. Because anybody we know in real life that we invite that comes into the free company gets that rank. And then not everybody you invite to the game stays. Alright. I don't want to do that. I want to come here. I came here to do Squadron. And we bought actions, so we're set there. Perfect. What's up, Izzy? How are you, Rock? I think I saw you. I think I just saw you in game. Could have swore I just saw you run by. Did I get a It'll tell me if I got it. I wasn't paying attention. Squadron missions. What do we got here? Is that guy... He's 55. So maybe that's finally high enough that we can succeed at these level 50s? I've been trying to get them all to 60, and it's a really slow road. I have 25 of these, so that's plenty. So let's go up here and do the lesser version. Yeah. We'll do the 40. Because you can gauge success. Like, I didn't go over this in the guide, but you can gauge success by this up here. So if these numbers exceed what's required. So, like, I'm low on tactics for this mission. Welcome, El Booty. El Buddy. Alright. Perfect. So just send them out, and I just kind of just check on them. So I'm trying to get them all to 60. So if you come over here to the regiment board, you go view squadron roster. I have 4 of them to 60, and then I just stopped doing them. And so now I've gone back to doing them regularly, and I've got a 55, and once he gets to 60, I'll start probably on the 52. Because the ones you get, I don't know this for sure, seem to be based on what you have. So, like, I'm starting to get 51s and 52s. And so I'm wondering if I get my average high enough, if I can get those, like, 51s to be replaced by just give me a 55. And then I don't have to level it that much. Yeah. Have we considered making a crossworld link shell? I think we have one. I don't know what the limits on those are. Like, I don't know how you determine how many people it can have, and, like, I don't know. Do I have this in my inventory, or is it in my chest? Because that would be super convenient. Yeah, I'm not, thank you. I'm not doing that. Alright. To the market board. Is Happy on Aether? I don't know why I thought Happy was on Primal. There's a lot of us on Aether. Larry's on Aether. There's a lot. Yeah, 64. So you can actually fill that. As opposed to like a free company that's 512. You're never going to fill that. I think at some point you'll see link shells across the board just become cross-world link shells. As the lines between servers blur more and more. I'm not going to go shop across world for this. I just want to get the miner up. I think it's Control U. Oh, look at me. Next mission allowance. What do you want? What you want? I can't see you past chat. You want an Aurum Regis sand. 10 of it, actually. I love partial search. I wish it was like Google partial search, where it's like, did you mean? That way you could like misspell things, because some of these words are super weird. 200? Heck yes. Do I have to buy so much? It's sold at a shop for $8.79, but these people are selling it well below that. I just don't want this much. Ugh. Gross. Alright. I mean, we'll buy the smaller stack, I guess. Cool. I should check it for all my crafter ones, and what you should do is start, like, you should just pan through all the worlds. Because then this gets real cheap. But, I mean, we're actually one of, based on my initial passes, we're one of the cheapest servers on my data center. So it's not a bad bet to just buy it at Sargatanas. And don't even check Genova. Like, don't even go there. Shop selling price means NPC, yes. Restricted means that you have limited access to it. So if it doesn't say restricted, it means you can literally go buy infinite. And now you just go over to Gamer Escape and Google it. Like, basically. How often does Happy get on his alts? I have no idea. I mean, lately he's gotten to the point where he has so much done that he's been playing like other Final Fantasy games. So I assume his alts are all done. Oh, Genova is just crazy expensive. Alright. You would have traded me 10? Well, thank you. This isn't that expensive. I just wanted to do... It's just so easy. It's just such experience. Like, watch this at the top. I did no mining, and I'm going to get 466,000, which is over 10% of a level. For doing nothing. Like, nothing. No effort. Okay. I'm going to just go do leaves. I think I'm just going to do the big leaves, because I'm at 100, and I'm about to be out of town anyway. And so they'll bounce back. And the goal is to get to 60. So I think if I have a full 100 right now, I could do 10 big leaves, and that should more than cap me. Probably won't even need to do 10. And then the grind from 60 to 70, if you just do your weekly collectibles, which I haven't done this week. Oh no, I have done this week. I haven't done for next week, because resets. I did these. Yeah, I did these 6. Is there a way to tell? To verify that I did this week's? I believe I did this week's. What do you want? Submit additional items? You don't have enough items. Oh, well, it must be something I don't have. Oh, you want titanium van braces offending. Well, I don't have that. Alright. Fieldcraft. Ooh, ones I haven't done. Yes, I'd like to do this large one. And this large one. And more I haven't done, so we'll do those. I want to do them all eventually, right? There's an achievement for that, and that achievement gives you nothing, so it's important that we get to this. It literally is just an achievement. You get no title, you get nothing. It doesn't count towards your luminary. It's nothing. It's just collect the green check marks. Alright. Great. Next. Puppets of War. What do you want? You want me in Alabalathia's spy. Oh no! Brian is home, and he was going to hop in, and his internet is down again. Ugh, his new house has just been... His internet is literally a cord, like, just dragged across the highway. It looks like a giant extension cord. It's a nightmare. They told him, we can give you, like, an upgrade to your internet for less money. But they didn't... They just, like, looked up his address and didn't think about the fact that, you know, it's more than possible that that street name's been used more than once. in all of DFW, which is like multiple cities put together that are each like well over 250,000 people. So that, I don't know what all of DFW is, but maybe it's 1 million people. I don't know, 1.5 million. And yeah, there's going to be addresses that repeat. And so then they're like, oh, we thought you meant this other address. Yeah, we don't support that. Oh, well then thank you. Thanks for nothing. Alright. Initiate. Yes. Put my buffs on. Sloppy. With the clock ticking. We'll do this one. And then the one that you get from the Squadron things. The only reason I'm stocking up on those at all is we're about to go back through all this leveling. We'll use this. Oh, that's only 96%. I'll probably use the bigger one then from now on. Okay, and so what I did there by clicking on those is you can have 2 buffs. So you can have 1 buff from the one you get from Squadrons, and then 1 buff from a company or commercial. 1 you buy with scripts, and 1 you buy with seals. So if you have Red Gathering scripts, I think that's the commercial one. And then the number 2 is the one from just grant more seals. They're expensive. They're like 2,300 piece or something stupid. 1,300 piece. I don't know. Something that adds up when you compare it to like Ventures, which are dirt cheap. He needs a private line. I think at this point he just needs internet. He's a computer programmer for a living, so like internet kind of pivotal. And like his biggest side hobby is, I'm gonna turn on a fan. You guys let me know if you can hear it because it is hot in here. And we're about to enter summer months, so if you guys can't hear it, that's good news. I'm turning it on medium. So if you guys can't hear it, we're gonna try low, but medium's where I want it. Oh, it feels good. So good. And there we go. I could probably turn on game music too. Is my face lagging at all this week? I think I got that all sorted out, but I'm not sure. And like the only way to test it is to go live, so I'm like changing a couple of things and then just doing a whole stream because I don't like to take the stream up and down if I can avoid it. I can take my face off again if it's distracting. That's what I've been doing previous weeks. Let's see. I've been watching stream afterwards, kind of panning through it. Taking my face off, if I take chat off also, is not a bad thing because I found that like I haven't been saving I cleared off a bunch of hard drive, and so now I have no B-roll. And the problem with B-roll is like that means when I put out guides where like I don't want to show my face because either it was dark or like I don't know, I do a lot of cutting, something like that. I just go grab footage, and I don't have any saved. So I've been downloading videos of previous streams, but I can only download ones that have no face cam. So that's why you guys have noticed that like my story playthrough one has been used in 3 videos since that stream. And it's because it's just one of only a handful. So I've got to do another story playthrough to like get more B-roll. Oh, by half a second. That's a lot better. It was like 2 seconds last week. So that's an improvement. Yeah, I use cheap food. And I use... So that's what the 26 minutes is. And then this is the gathering. That's the FC buff. And then you can choose one of these and this guy. And I think the commercial ones, they last longer, right? They're 500k? No, 350. Yeah, 50% boost up to 100,000 or 150% boost up to 300,000. So the commercial ones are better, but like I don't have as many of them because I don't gather scripts. I mean, I obviously gather some, but I don't gather very many scripts. Yeah, you can eat 2 foods for the full hour. Yes. I probably should put another one on. I'll probably be on it for at least that long, and the food I eat is dirt cheap. I basically buy the cheapest vendor food that has experience on it, typically, because it's something that there's just unlimited of. And I just go buy the highest level, because that way it counts for everybody. So I'll go do like the Kugane stuff. And then next expansion I'll do whatever the next capital city is called. Aspire for New Heights. Do we know what the new capital city is called? Aspire for New Heights. Alright, land turtle. Aspire for New Heights. Yes, that's the one. Initiate. Yes. Oh my goodness. Where did I move stealth to? Q. Good to know. Oh, we want to get to the 60 stuff. I also have a fair number of high cordials, but not like a crazy number. And I assume high cordials will become like the new thing next time, and we'll get like superior cordials of awesomeness. So the little cordials are dirt cheap, and I have hundreds of them. And back in the day when they weren't piling up, a few of you like gifted me some, and that carried me, and then now they just pile up. Like I literally sold some the other day. Okay, 98. Cheap food's great. Yeah, I mean, I could get a better stat gain, but really what you want is the experience gain. So as long as it has experience on it, it's doing its primary job. Alright. Doing it from Ul'dah is faster load times. Is that because there's less things near, like their aetheryte is so, like it's in an isolated room? That being said, if you want quickest trip to market board, Limbs is pretty nice. We should all go to sleep. Depends on what time it is. I mean, here it's 10:30. It's not too late. I think Brian said he was going to work on a post for the morning. So if he doesn't have internet, then I don't know how that'll happen. And I already have a post uploaded for 1 p.m. So if he needs me to pull that forward, and he can run his post for 1, or I can film another one. I actually have some that are already filmed and just not edited. And I'm really bad about that. Brian like films, edits posts like in order. And I sit down and I'll film like 10 videos in a row. Just boom, 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 boom. Like to the point where sometimes I literally change shirts because I was like, it's gonna look weird if for 2 weeks I'm wearing the same shirt in every video. And it's just because they're all filmed at the same time. And then, but then like if I don't, like if stuff keeps coming up, like current stuff, then I never go back and edit those and post them. And so every once in a while, a video slips through the cracks, and it's like months old. And I just have to decide if, like, is that still relevant? Do I need to refilm it? Do I run it? So, like, my haircut will be different and all that. Ul'dah is close to the Adventure Guild, yeah. I think Ul'dah when I think Adventure Guild. 4:30 a.m. Yeah, you should be asleep. Dat Boy Vegeta. Welcome, welcome. Cool. A pug group he was on in Chaos. The Black Mage did 10.5. So, do you guys think that they're ever going to do an item level squish? Like, wow. I mean, obviously at some point they have to. They can't just let it have, like, eye level 12,000. But, like, when do they do it? Do they do it after 6.0? Before 6.0? Like, that's about where it starts to get a little silly. Because we're already in the 400s, which sounds a little weird. That's mining. Take me to Dravanya. pop through Idleshire, which you won't. You don't worry about firing yellow. I mean, red script honestly buys plenty. Like, if you just need things like the commercial manuals and stuff, red script's fine. It gets the job done. I think you can buy ventures with it. Not sure. You can do... Ventures show up all over the place. The expert deliveries alone, I get so many expert deliveries tanking at the beginning of the expansion that the time it took me to tank, to get my Black Mage, my Warrior, my Paladin, all to cap, I did all three through mostly dungeons. I did Black Mage through the quests, and then I did both tanks entirely through dungeons. So... that means that, like, that's a ton of gear. Like, a ridiculous amount of gear. And since they share gear, it's not like, even when the tank dropped, I only use the one. And then once you're done with it, you don't have to convert it. You can go turn it into seals. So, I think I was converting at the time because Materia was nuts. But if it doesn't fully Spirit Bond, then I was just going and turning it in for seals. And so I ended up with so many seals that, like, I'm just now under 500. And we're about to go into another expansion and do it all over again. And this time my goal is to level all 4 tanks to cap. And I'll do all 4 through just dungeons. I'll actually main Warrior through the quests, so that one won't get as much loot. But still, crazy. Probably $9.99. That's when WoW did it. Is when you saw that kind of eye level 1000 approaching real quick. And they built in a system so at the time they had to do a manual squish, so it was a huge ordeal, and they had to go in and manually adjust, like, if this, then that, and like they said it was a huge amount of labor, but they built it, they automated it so that if it ever comes up again, now it's just a sliding scale, and it just handles it, which is clever, right? You shouldn't, if it was a giant pain in the butt and it breaks things once, don't do it again. Alright, Charleyan Sympathizer. Yes. Go, go, go. Looks like I'm going to have to get a little close to these goblins. And we're going to do the 59s. I'm not doing 77s. You crazy? You need a way to get your white mage from 40 to 50 without having to deal with idiots. PvP. Battle leaves are going to be too slow. I mean, you could do your daily your leveling roulette every day and just gamble. And know that, like, even if they suck, you just have to do the one dungeon. And as soon as you're out of it, you get your big bonus, and you move on with your life. Because the problem with Palace of the Dead is it doesn't teach you how to heal in group play. Like, yeah, it gives a ton of experience. So if you just want experience, like, oh, I played all the other healers, and I think, you know, and I'll read the guides and all that, go nuts. Palace of the Dead, that's what it's there for. But if you're like, oh, well, I kind of want to know how White Mage works, doing group play teaches you how it works in group play. So I would do as much group play as possible. Squadrons aren't a bad idea. They just... The AI is a lot brighter than when they first implemented them, but it's not perfect. They were real rough when they first came out. Alright. They've gotten a lot better. And obviously, they've improved them drastically enough that they feel that they need to re-release them as trusts. I don't know why they didn't just build on top of the Squadron system, and why they have to do trusts. It sounds like trusts are going to be named characters, and I kind of don't like that. I like that I have a Squadron member that's like in a reindeer suit. I think that's awesome. So, yeah, soloing dungeons, that's Squadrons. But keep in mind, like, sub 50, I think there's like accessory, there's at least one accessory that still ticks at that point, maybe 2. The earring for Shadowbringers, and I don't know, there's something else. So, like, you have experience gains. You put your food on, so like 40 to 50 should be pretty quick. 50 to 60 should be reasonable. You can also do your beast tribes every day, and I know it's a little slow on a healer, but as you do your beast tribes, what you can do is you can pick all the quests up, go blast everything down on a high level, and then switch back to the white mage and just turn it all in. But that's like Palace of the Dead. It's not teaching you anything. It's just feeding experience. But if you have like mounts you haven't unlocked, you might as well be doing it. But that's only from 50 to 60, because I don't think there's not any beast tribes that you can access pre-50, are there? They were all ARR in-game. Land that car. Helm to 10, ring to 30, earring to 70. There was a bracelet or a necklace or something, but it was limited time, right? It was like if you have subscribed during this event or something, like if you subscribe for 60 of the next 90 days, something that like, Brandon, welcome. Thanks for that subscribe button. Welcome to the workforce. The amount of growth in the community has been incredible, by the way. You guys, it's been nuts. Like Brian and I have just been, I don't know. It doesn't feel real. Okay. Not so crystal clear. Get out of the way, beast. Speaking of beast tribe mounts. Oh, too far. Oh, a bear. Hello, bear. Alright. But yeah, Palace of the Dead. Palace of the Dead is a great way to get a taste of a class, especially DPS classes, because you get to try all the abilities, but it doesn't teach you to heal or tank as that class. So if you want to be good at that class, like the only way to be good at a class that's like in group play is to play group play. Like, I know that's not what people want to hear. Like, when people are like afraid they're going to be bad at it, they're like, oh, is there just something I can do? Is there some video I can watch and then some item I can equip and then I'll suddenly be good at this class? It's like, no. The only way to get good at riding bikes is riding a bike. Well, thank you, Sinister. We're really just two guys hanging out talking about video games. Our wives are like, so like people actually listen to you guys talk about video games? It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Transparent crystal. How can they see me? Have a good night, Stickman. Uh-oh. Oh no, can I pull the last one before it? Oh, I can't. You jerk. Run away. Get as far as I can before sprint wears off. The bummer about this is I think it resets all this, right? Like, it resets your buff. Yeah, it drops it back down, so you have to burn more GP if you want the buff. That's so silly. Alright. Your healer choice is AS. Yeah, so if you just want to get the job done, Palace of the Dead's the fastest. I mean, it's also like the definition of rinse and repeat. Like, just use the shampoo, rinse, repeat, until your scalp falls off. Like, it's not fun. I mean, maybe you like Palace of the Dead a little bit, but I don't think anybody's like, man, I like this so much, I want to play the same class 100 times. And there's an optimum way to do Palace of the Dead, right? You're farming, it's like just a certain set of levels over, like you're farming to this certain point and resetting. It's not full clear. So it's not like you're trying to like beat some high score. You're just getting to whatever level that is, 30, and then just resetting it. I don't know the max strategy because I can't bring myself to do it. But I know there is one. Junior, welcome to the workforce. You wonder if you could implement a business model to earn gil? What do you mean? Like an economic theory? Economic theories totally carry over. But they're interesting because, like, there's been papers written about virtual economies, and they do function a lot like real ones, but the items don't. And so the items are where a lot of things break. Like the fact that my gear can be repaired infinitely, and so once I buy a new piece of gear, I get to use it forever and ever. Things like that in the real world don't exist. At some point, I would need a replacement piece of gear. And so it breaks the value of gear because it's good forever. But at the same time, content cycles can go through and take things that were good forever and then immediately make them worthless overnight. So getting gear the day before a content cycle is a terrible idea. And like, there's not that much like that out in the real world. I mean, there are things that expire seasonally, right? So like phones and stuff update. Lots of technology does that. Like it just is really worthless. Luxury cars are like that. Luxury cars lose their value faster than non-luxury cars because part of them is the status symbol. And so nobody's impressed with a 1995 version. They want the 2019 version, as opposed to like somebody who just drives like a Camry. It's a great car, it's a reliable car, but they're not trying to say like, look at me. And so they don't have to have the current model year. There we go. Oh no, not enough GP. Use another cordial. I have so many of them. You should never go into debt buying a new car if you can avoid it. Oh, welcome back, Ryan. Enjoy whatever amount of time you're going to last this evening. We are just trying to hit level 60 on Miner. And while I'm at it, I'm knocking out some leaves that I've never done before. So, like, can you implement business models? Yes. There's a guy on WoW, there's a bunch that do it, but there's a guy on WoW that I watch specifically that has a degree in economics that runs a whole channel, and all he talks about is in-game economies. Now, he focuses on the WoW economy, but all his lessons totally apply everywhere else. His name is Want to Buy Gold. Check out his stuff. And there are certain systems that are available in WoW that are not available here. So like if they would go back to old dungeons and make all that content not so like bind on pickup, not so like market prohibited, then we would have a glamour market. And that would be super cool. And a glamour market would be incredible because then you could start to say like Sastasha unsynced takes X minutes and those items are going for X value. And, how does that work? Now the other problem is that our market board is inherently bound by the fact that retainers can only list 20 items, and in WoW you can list as many as you want. So even if an item takes 3 months to sell, you can still afford to put it up because you're not giving up a slot. You just have thousands and thousands of items listed, which is totally fine. They expire every 48 hours, but you just repost. And there's add-ons for that. Okay. Take me back to Foundation. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's the one. But it'd be interesting. So, like, what are those items? Oh, good luck with your Grand Company deliveries. Supply and provisioning missions, man. Tons of experience. And you do nothing for it. And if the high quality is less than double the price, go for it. If it's more than double the price, you gotta decide how much of a hurry you're in, because you are losing money to impatience. Can't you put additional items on your mannequins? I don't know how mannequins work. I feel like they said you were gonna set it up, and I don't know, maybe they already implemented this. We'd be able to sell like whole sets as like one thing. You only do high quality? Nice. You don't like add-ons, Sinister? Oh man, I think they improve. I think developers have to develop the game to function one way, and we don't all play the same way, and they can only get so much done in a day. And so the idea that we would just have this unlimited number of developers who want to work for free to improve the game in their own individual perspective, and then we can find the one that aligns with us for free, and modify the game experience to exactly the way we want it is just brilliant. Ding, ding, ding. 60. Yes, 60, 60, 60. Cool. Achievement unlocked. Mastering the land. Achievement get. Let's go see. Let's do the class quest. This should be the last quest in... Oh, we're in here now. The broom? Is it actually on my thing? Yeah, it's actually on my... We can run. Suck it up. Cool. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Sariana Flandon. So you can list full sets? Oh, that's cool. Now, how many mannequins can you have? Oh, but they have to come to your estate. Well, that's... Okay. That would actually make me consider buying a house. Because I don't want to do that to our house. But I would totally have my own house just be like a pile of mannequins. Just mannequins on every floor. I'm not reading this quest. Speak to him in the Maker's Quarter. Alright. You want me to go where? You don't need to come to the estate if you disable a full set. Oh, cool. Mannequins. I don't know how those work at all. Put it in my to be researched. There's just all these things that come up in games, and I'm like, I don't know how that works. And then if I figure it out, it's like, oh, I'm putting up a guide. Alright. I needed to go out to the Maker's Quarter. And then this guy's going to ask for high quality something. And we're going to go check the market board for it. Unless it's market prohibited. I feel like as you get to the higher level class quests, they're like, you need to do your own work. But I can hope. There's a video on... Oh, a video in that? Yeah. For sure. There's probably already one out there. It's probably Happy or Mione. Mione is a machine. Nice guy. Down to earth. Produces almost as many videos a month as Brian and I. And we are two people. And he is one. And then Happy works a ton. Like, just the sheer quantity of hours that he puts into this community is crazy. You assign a retainer to a mannequin, and the retainer sells it. So you could only have one mannequin per retainer? Huh. Okay. Oh, Brian, you gotta be getting close. Well, thanks, Nightwind. We look forward to having a lot more to cover. I mean, a lot of guides that we've had ideas for and requests for are either guides that we have and they're just old and out of date, or guides we haven't gotten to that both fall in the same category, where we're afraid that things are going to change with Shadowbringers and they're going to be out of date. And so with just weeks to go, like we don't really want to make a guide now on anything that can't hold through 5.0. I mean, somebody asked me why I didn't put the Mog board in my world visit video, and it's like, because the Mog board's been up 5 or 6 times, and things like it have been up, and they always ban it. And then sure enough, it lasted 5 days this time, and then down it went. What did I just pick up? You just want me to come talk to this? Oh, okay. You need a shopkeeper to restock mannequins. This sounds like it's getting complex, guys. It's really easy. You can totally increase the number of items you have for sale. You just buy a mannequin, link it to a retainer, interact with a shopkeeper. You can only have one. It has to be located inside your house. If you don't have the setting set correctly, people can only buy the set and only if they visit. Otherwise, they can buy it from the search functions. Super easy. Makes total sense. I mean, I'm not saying that doesn't sound like something Square would do. And then you have to use this new currency, and it's hidden in this one menu, nested inside another menu. Their UI is like, oh, is it in character configuration or system configuration? Oh, it's in system configuration. No, that's not it. Oh, it's in character configuration. And you go to character configuration, and then you go to the tab, and then you go, you know, to the tab within the tab, and then you scroll down to the drop down within the tab within the tab. It's like, come on, guys. There's no reason for things to be that hard. It's just, even their HUD rethink, like, there's so much I love about this game, but like, this isn't intuitive at all. Like, how do I change the size? Oh, you go here, and then you go to stat. Oh, okay. There's like, all, like, if I showed this to, like, my sister, who literally works on her computer for a living, would go, oh god, no, this isn't for me. It's like, ugh. I mean, if you've been doing it for years, you're like, yeah, it's no big deal. But, like, to a new player, it's like, why can't I just right-click and just make it bigger? Like, I just want to grab onto the corner, and if I grab the middle, I move it. If I grab onto the corner, it makes it bigger. Right-click, change opacity. That's all I need. Ugh. Alright, what do they want? They want high-quality hard silver ore, which is not collectible every single time. So we are going to see how much that is. Take me home. Yeah, gear spots for sale makes it sound awesome. You guys just are you said Meoni already has a video on it? Cool. You're just making me sound like it's got a lot of steps to it when you first get in. Like collectibles. Everybody's like, oh guys, you now that your miner's this, you gotta start doing collectibles. And I was like, oh, okay. I've done them on Fisher. What's it like on Miner? And then it was like, oh, this is so much. I am here to buy hard silver ore. Hard silver ore. High quality. Yep, right there. How much was that fee? $6.92? Yeah, we'll buy that. I think I can actually sell that for a profit, but we'll see. Where would you like me to deliver this to? Oh, right next to you? Okay, yeah. Cool. Spend that money. Yeah, and there are some things that are bound to, like, oh, you push this key combination and this thing happens. But a lot of those I break because I use a ton of keys on my keyboard. And so because I'm not WASD, like, I shift everything to the right, ESDF, and, like, that, it breaks all kinds of stuff. And then I also play on a laptop style keyboard. So, like, I don't have a numpad. This is it. It ends. You know, like, there's no... So when you start to talk about, like, oh, it's the home button or the insert button or anything like that, I don't even have those buttons. And I prefer to play on really small keyboards because I have 2 keyboards on my desk. Because I'm playing on PS4 and I'm watching on my Mac as it goes out to stream. I'm only the second person you've ever met. Oh, I love ESDF. It's brilliant. It's freaking wonderful. You made 70 million on VDO. How much is 70 million? Like, if you could roughly convert that to Gil. So, like, 10 million gil here is probably 200,000 gold in WoW, give or take. Total buying power. It takes a while to adjust to, but I did it while I was doing competitive raiding in the Burning Crusade, so that would have been like 2008. Sounds right. So, like, obviously it's been a while, and I played every game since then with ESDF. So once you kind of move to it, you eventually adjust, and then once you adjust, I'll never go back. What mouse do I use? I just use an old Apple keyboard, and then just whatever garbage mouse I have. I'd like to move back to a gaming mouse, but it's just a Logitech mouse. Nothing special. It's got a couple of buttons on it, which I do have bound. Mostly I want middle mouse button set to auto run. I used to use my back and forward to toggle through targets, but I don't even think I have that working on this mouse. And every time I've changed mice, you have to like kind of redecide if it breaks that stuff. But when I used to like competitive raid, I had like all sorts of macros set to all that. This game doesn't take that many buttons. For the amount of button bloat they had, just moving to ESDF and being willing to use the shift key did a lot. I don't care. Now that I'm doing that story playthrough, I care even less about story here. In Ishgard. And like, I was getting into the botting thing, we were off like trying to set up potatoes in Idleshire, and then it got weird, and there was like a guy with a giant afro, and so for mining, I don't care. So I need about 5 hours. Wow. 5 hours of play in 14 of not just like optimal only gil matters. I don't know, how much could you make? 1 million? Maybe? If you're doing like Eureka. I think this guy's upstairs or downstairs? Let me out. He's definitely upstairs. Great. So my mouse and keyboard? Yeah, so the mouse is not even Bluetooth. It's just a radio one, and you just plug, so like I have an extra mouse. I have so many mice. I have a whole drawer of just mice and keyboards that just seem to pile up. Like on my desk, like I have an extra Magic mouse, I have an extra Logitech mouse. So you just take like a USB thing, plug it in, works like a dream. So I have extra ones laying around. And then my Bluetooth one, the PlayStation doesn't do a good job sharing it. So like I've had other devices where I had like a laptop and an iPad, which I don't have an active iPad anymore. And I used to take the same keyboard and I would just disconnect it and carry it back and forth between those. Because the laptop had it had an even smaller keyboard and it was a pain to use. And so I used a Bluetooth one with it sometimes, like if I was going to be on it a lot. PlayStation does not seem to like that. So as soon as I moved to where like I only use this keyboard for PlayStation, it was totally fine. The Bluetooth works great. It doesn't seem to shut it off immediately, and the sheer number of play hours that I work with it, like, it does burn through batteries, so if you have something that's a rechargeable solution, that's probably a good idea, but I just go through a lot of batteries. I mean, I would love to have a corded mouse. I believe in corded mice. But my PlayStation is, like, over there. So, I'd need, like, a 12-foot cord. That's not going to happen. But yeah. Yeah, my Mac keyboard connects with no issues. Yeah, so I have this Mac keyboard, and then I have this old school Mac keyboard. So like, this is the rechargeable one. I use this for my computer. This is the old school one, and I use it for the PlayStation. And then I have another one of the new ones that I use for like And I have my old school mechanical one. This is a Mac keyboard from like way back in the day. But I don't really have the desk space to have it and the PlayStation keyboard, so I got rid of it. This was when this was the first Apple keyboard that had USB support, and that USB support is so old that it won't run USB things anymore because we're so far in advance. Like, there's nothing that runs like that anymore. Where was I going? Oh, in Idleshire. I followed the green thing on the map like a silly person. Alright. Yeah. So if you have a Bluetooth keyboard, try it out. Works great. Haven't had any issues. I mean, obviously, so Bluetooth is rated at 50 feet in clear, average humidity, average temperature, average density air. So if you start putting things like walls, you know, things like that, where you start to reduce that range. If you reduce that range too much, then things like humidity and things like that start taking effect, and it can really get reduced. But, I mean, if it's just in the same room, it's on the other side of your living room, or in my case, the other side of my office, no big deal. I'm doing what backwards, Mike? There we go. Get a hold of yourself. I'm trying to talk to you quickly here. This quest is going to push me all to mouse and keyboard on PS4. You know, Brian plays controller on PC. So the channel has a PC player and a PS4 player and a keyboard player and a controller player. They're just not the combinations you're expecting. So like when people are like, well, I would play on PC, but like I prefer a controller, or like I would play on PS4, but like I just can't play console style. Like I gotta have a keyboard. It's like I don't see the problem here. Adamantite ore. What are the odds I can buy that? They only want 3, so that kind of makes me think it's going to be a market prohibited item. But we'll see. There's plenty of adamantite style things here. I love controller for fishing, so that is what I use this for, which is why it sits right next to me. The only 2 things I use my PlayStation 4 controller for, now that the only game I'm playing on my PlayStation right now is Final Fantasy, is to turn my PlayStation on without getting out of my chair and walking, you know, 3 steps across the room. And because the keyboard and mouse won't turn it on. And because you have to reconnect. Every time you do it, you push enter on the keyboard wakes up, and then it says, hey, would you like this keyboard to bind? And you're like, yeah. And then I use it for fishing. Alright, so adamantite ore. It's unspoiled. Oh no. Alright. Get out the Google. Oh, wrong keyboard. Speaking of. What do they want? Okay, it's in Azislaw, and from 0 to 2, noon to 2. So 0 to 2 every day. Great. And lady says it. I should have known one of you would just know. There we go. Your first 14 live stream. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. There's plenty of it always going on over on Twitch. I don't know who's live right now. Probably shouldn't direct you there. But there's always somebody. The ones I like to watch, I love watching Larry. I really like Scott. He's in the mornings for me. I've really been enjoying Zepla. I mean, obviously, plenty of people watch Happy. He's been around forever. Knows his stuff. 23.5. Mithri streams a fair bit. There's a bunch. So you just find the person that kind of fits your style. What I really like about it is like when people are trying to get to the game, showing game footage in a YouTube video is not the same as watching a streamer and getting to ask them what they're doing. Because you see like 2 minutes of content. So I either edit it to be like really cool stuff and then it makes the game look like it's constant action, which is not true. Or I don't do that, and then because you only saw 7 minutes out of context, it looks really boring. And that's not true. Alright, it's at 23.5. Up here. It's on this island. It looks like. Right here. That's where it looks like it appears. Okay, and then I have, it is the right time in game. So now I push some button. Truth of Mountains. You sense an unstalled node to the east. I do. Where do I sense it? It says 23.5. Is it below me? No. Is it above me? Oh my gosh. Minimap. Oh! Okay. Thank you. Ah! So... other east. You know, the east-east. I was thinking it was the west-east. Mm-mm. Silly, silly. Out of reach. There's a thing I can push for this. Which does... I can't read any of those tooltips with my face in the way. So let's just go to here. Go to actions and it's Shift P. P. Just regular P. Okay. And it's one of these that shows me the chance, like what it wants from me. Or where things are hidden, I think. What's it called? Oh, Military West. I don't know what it's called. Let's just do it. Toil of the Mountaineer. Okay. Do I have that yet? Just my luck, it's probably the thing you get for this quest. Toil of the Mountaineer. Use it. My God. Oh, fantastic. Oh, but this has to be high quality. So we gotta back out. Oh, and I no longer sense it. I was too slow. Truth of Mountains? No, it's just gone. You have 1 hour, and like an idiot. Now wait, it's not market prohibited. So does that mean I can buy this? Oh. Well, let's just go throw money at it. Somebody just landed. Was that one of you guys? Just type Ada and scroll down. What? Oh. Oh, okay. For the market board. Yeah, I mean, the more letters you feed it, but you don't need to type the whole thing. You just have some laying around to see? That's funny. Alright. Actually, making all these guild guides has been really good for me. Like, it's really helped me just at least get my spending under control. Adam Antidor. High quality. I need more. But I don't need, like, a crazy amount. So that's in Foundation. And that's in Foundation. I don't want that much, though. Do I? He just wants 3. I'd buy that. Because it's only 9 grand and it's only going to stick me with 3 extra. What's the delivery fee on that? $4.50? Yeah. Great. I mind it. All by myself. Back to Divanya. Great. Can you give it to me? Yeah, you probably could have. Yeah. Yeah, it's tradable. Just paid the 9,000. But thank you. And then the nice thing about buying 6 is that if I go to sell 3, if anybody else is doing that quest, they need 3. And when you do stuff like that, you can actually sell for a little more expensive than the big stacks because they'll do what I just did. So like, you don't have to be the lowest priced if you're willing to sell in the correct quantities. So if you know people use in a certain quantity and somebody's selling at 99, don't beat the 99 guy's price. There's a whole like way to set up an add-on for WoW that literally just helps you buy huge stacks, break them down, and relist them. Because it provides a value. It's a huge market. And the same thing is here, but there's not an add-on to make it happen. So there's just inconvenient stacks out on the market board. And the 99 guy doesn't care, because they made what they wanted to make. And the people buying don't care, because they didn't have to spend some crazy amount of money. And the middle guy just pockets the convenience fee. Ooh, you're a long way down there, aren't you? Alright. Yeah, I mean, it only matters if, like, you're willing to go do that work and give up the retainer slots, because now you can only sell 3. So if you have 99, it's kind of worth taking a little bit of a hit to sell the whole thing. But, like, when you're gathering, a lot of times what I'll do is, when there's new ingredients for the first time, I'll just go gather, like, 10 of everything. Because then if it's needed, then I don't have to look it up. I know that I've got 10 of it, because I gathered 10 of everything. And then just replace whatever sells. And that helps you notice. And then after you notice, like, okay, I just keep replacing this one thing. Okay, now that's what I'll gather from here on out. What's up, kitty? This guy on the other side of the orb. You pay for extra retainers. I have 2 extra. So I have a total of 4. And if I level up Aristame, I'll have a total of 8. Which would be nice. I can't really mail things to him, but I can put things in the FC chest. Have him stop by the FC chest and pick them up. So that'd be fine. I don't know if we can make like individual tabs private and stuff, because then I could take my time, but I don't think anybody's gonna steal stuff that they think somebody wants, so as long as I just drop it in there, move over. I haven't been following cutscenes this far. None of this is gonna make sense. And then back to Idleshire. Guess who's paying for the teleport? This guy. 100 gil? You bet. I can make the tabs rank locked. Perfect. Yeah, so I can go have a tab that's just used as a transition tab. And then I don't care where the money ends up, as long as I have access to it. There's so few uses for money in this game. Like, one of the big uses is if I have... So, like, my brother just got back into the game, and, like, if he needs gear, I'm going to buy it for him. You know? Brian and I want to start running maps again on community nights, and now that we have cars, like, we don't really want to worry about people coming in and, like, providing maps. So we talked about we'll just buy the maps. And he and I can afford that. Especially with Sinister's donation. So we'll just buy maps. I mean, the maps are 20,000 a piece right now. It would take so long to go through a million gil. You know, if we do every round of 4 maps and then swap out people in the party. And honestly, maps are typically profitable. But if we're the ones that always buy it, that's no big deal. They'll be really expensive next expansion. And you can gather your first 2, but then when you're doing maps for the night, it's nice to just like keep them going. And because they're not stackable, that ends up making you pay. Yeah, they still make good gil. Instead of costing like hundreds of thousands of gil to buy the map and then making you millions of gil, they cost you tens of thousands of gil and make you hundreds of thousands. We stream every Monday night and then randomly throughout the week. Next Monday will be hit or miss because my brother's getting married that weekend, and so Brian and I will both be at that. So he's getting married over the weekend, and so like I know theoretically we should both be home Sunday night, but we'll just see. A long travel weekend can make Monday night just a I'm going to bed early night. There we go. How long have I been streaming? Coming up on 2 hours. I'm doing all gathering ones because that's what I find I want when I'm leveling. And when the expansion hits, I'm going to be leveling. So I'm just taking all the gathering. I just don't like buying materia for gatherers. It gets expensive. Oop. And now they want me to go to the mining guild. Yeah, I mean, he and his girlfriend have been dating for 8 years. I guess fiance right now. They've been together 8 years, so we're excited she's going to officially be in the family, but like, she's been at Christmas in the past. She's been at, I mean, it's long overdue. But makes sense. I get why they waited. They were waiting on timing with school and stuff. They wanted to be sure kind of where life was taking them. Yeah, I mean, maps, I typically have the 2 on me, and then the only time I buy them is when we're doing them. So they cost me what they cost because I'm usually like in the middle of a map group. And then the group dies, and then it's like, oh crap. And so I just get stuck with whatever price I paid. But middle of the week is definitely cheaper. In general, knowing which prices go up based on weekly reset and which prices go up based on it being a weekend can help you get better deals. Like raid consumables, at least back on WoW, I always wanted to buy those on Monday. So I just had a set I kept around, and then I would just replace them all on Monday. There we go. Weekend prices, like Saturday through Monday, would be kind of your lowest prices. Because most people raid around reset. And then you want me to go back to items? Oh my gosh. This is really engaging content, Square. I mean, I know there's like cool cutscenes and story being told, but like, you're literally just having me bounce back and forth. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. You've got a good question for everyone here, since we're all part of the 14 community. We're going to call Shadowbringers for short. I've been calling it SHB. I know there are some people calling it SB2. Some people are just choosing to stick with it being SB again, and then that's just confusing. I'm fine with it being a three letter. On Kingdom Loathing, Sickle Close, as soon as you could afford one, you could make money every month buying and reselling the same one. Oh, I didn't know that. I never bought the first one. I played Kingdom Loathing for years. Alright. Come on in. Stick dicks, what you want? Skip cutscene? Yes. We'll come back and do all of this with Aristame if it's that important. I assume it's not. The nice thing about Aristame is it's kind of giving me permission to just skip everything. So, like, I'll be through Shadowbringers way faster than Brian. Because I can just skip everything. Ooh, 3 commercials. And look at that, 250 of those. That's huge. Well, thank you. And the next one's at 63, which I am not. So 60 is done. Now we go do our... Yep. I'll have to go do Namatsu. And then that'll be everything I wanted to do on Miner today. I did want to hit 60 and I wanted to do Namatsu and catch up on class quests. And that's all done. Can I do it in 12 minutes? Because if so, I think that means my stream was under 2 hours. Which means I got all my stuff done. I gotta be up early anyway. Ghost of Honor. Now, I haven't done any of these because they're going to be different than mining. Or different than body, excuse me. Except, yes. Okay. Go. Oh, I love this mount. So beautiful. It's just so graceful. Like, the way the wings, like, tuck in. Like, check that out. Boom. Yes. Like, it's just stunning. Every time. I've had this mount for like a year now, and every time I get it, it takes me longer to get there because I keep wanting to take off and, you know. There's a beast drive for Disciples of Land. Yes, Namatsu. First one. You can start quests for it at level 60. The locations are basically the same. Meh. Alright. Cool. And it's super easy to, like... yes, it does crafting and gathering. The mount is from PvP. You know, so like when you have a mount that's really good at looking good flying, it should come from the type of content where flying's not allowed. Or Rock Druid will give it to you for $1.99. Is this the Garo event? Is it? Oh. And it's going away?
Here we go.
Whoa!
Here comes the money.
Thanks, Rock Druid. I was reading the chat in the thing, so I thought you said that. I didn't realize that was Super Chat. Well, thank you. I thought you said that's where the mount was from. Like, look, I'll get you the mount. Raw Amazite, south of Reunion. Alright. How about in exactly the same spot as where the botany is? Oh, you are right, guys. Oh, my things have all worn off. So let's eat and then do this commercial manual that we got from the quest. Might as well. I mean, we might as well boost the experience. Makes a huge difference. Because I think I can hit 61 pretty easily right now. Which the goal was to get as far into 60 as possible. I didn't think there was any chance I'd finish the night at 61. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the Garo event. I don't think I connected the two. I haven't watched Brian's video yet. I've been so busy today. And I did want to watch it because, like, I know that he's going over all the stuff that's exclusive. There's 3 mounts. One is frontline wins. One is PvP wins. Okay. This one's frontlines. Okay. I don't know that I'm willing to do all types of PvP, depending on how many times it wants me to do it, and depending on how long the wait times are. Like, I assume with Season 13 being pretty new that everything's pretty decent, but sometimes PvP queues are like 30 minutes in this game. And you can't do anything while you're queued for something else. So what I'm doing right now, guys, just in case you wondered, is you need 3 for this quest, and I'm just gathering it real quick. So this will be my last one. So I'm gathering like 18, give or take. Okay, so I just gathered 20. And as long as the quest is up, you can gather the quest items. And then next time I come out here, and this quest is the one that's up, the items can stay in your... He's only going to take 3. And so if you do that with every quest item, you eventually get to where, like, you're only doing maybe 1 quest a day. And it doesn't take very long to stay and gather a little extra. And some of these, they're not as close. So, like, it's just a habit that I got into. The fishing was what really did it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to gather this timber? But I'm a miner. Okay. Obtain lumber. Okay. That's weird. You want me to deliver that back to the place? Alright, weirdo. Cool. Next. 4 minutes. Oh, that's worth it. Okay. Yeah, now that it's exclusive, that'll make a big rush for it. What are the other 2 mounts? Is one the Superman, like, 8 mount? That's another PvP thing, right? I think so. Hopefully they're going to replace them. Hopefully they're going to put other cool mounts in. So, like, yeah, we'll lose the access for people to get these, but there will be a bunch of cool ones that are also added. Okay. And then what do you want? Step whetstones. Well, that's right here, right? That's where the botany thing is, I think. Cool. Yeah, I gotta watch Brian's video. Oh, they were all Pegasus mounts. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. He just wants 2 step whetstones. Well, I've got 4. And we're going to get however many we get off this guy. Okay, 8. See, so now I won't have to fly down here. Like, I'll talk to the guy, he'll say, bring me some whetstones, and I'll say, these whetstones? And I'll just pull them out of my bag and hit him in the face with them. Do I have what you need? Do I? Boom, hand over. And so my plan is to do the Namitsu dailies on my miner, at least till I'm at cap. Next quest. Go cargo. The determining factor is you want all your mounts to go beep beep. Yeah, it's a beautiful mount. I only have the one. So I'll need to go... One's decorated and one's gold. I wouldn't mind having a gold one. And depending on what decorated looks like, I'll take it. South of Shakazo. So that's up here. There we go. This little rock outcropping. Step clay. And I need how much of this? Amounts of 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad plan to just go collect it. I like that mount. Just kind of showed up. I think we were just doing a lot of front lines anyway, so I don't remember farming for it. I just remember being given it. Since I already have the title, I just put the title on, get back into PvP, and then just not die. Okay. Well, that's easy. Especially now that I can play as tank or healer. Like, back in the day, I played everything as Black Mage. Not dying... You could die, like, before the match started. Just fall over for no reason. You're like, sorry guys, I tripped. I died. Nothing I could do about it. Alright. 12 is good. So I gained, like, at least 4 days worth of each thing. Now, there's more than just these 3 quests, so if I come back tomorrow, it'll, odds are, be a totally different 3. But what'll happen is, like, by day 3 or 4 or 5, I'll start to see repeats of quests. And if I've been doing it like this every day, there will be days where, like, I just turn things in. So I go around, I collect them all, I talk to everybody twice, and then I come back and crank it in. You do all the quests in, like, 3 minutes. Black Mage is tough in PvP. I do appreciate the way they've simplified it. Like, it's kind of cool. I was a little surprised they didn't just roll that out as the new Black Mage. But I think Yoshi P, he mains Black Mage, so I think Yoshi P likes the complexity in PvE. Which I do. I just expected after how much effort they clearly spent doing that. It's a bummer that Storm Sap has plummeted in price. Which, Storm Sap's going to be worthless next expansion. Because what it's used for is making crafting gear. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Look at how much experience this grants, guys. Like, if you're not doing your Namatsu dailies, you're doing it wrong. Like, so 61 to 62 is 4.8 million experience. Because it doesn't matter how much it gives relative to your level. So if it gives at least 480,000, that's 10% of a level. And yeah, it's giving a million. So just over 20% of a level. And I did that 3 times, so 60% of a level. Thank you. I will come back tomorrow, and we will do this again. Others? Storm Sap. Since it's the only thing remaining that I have not bought from here. I mean, I bought it, but, like, I bought everything that I want from here. So, all my Kobans are getting turned into Storm Sap. I mean, you're squishy because you're powerful. So, like, if you leave Black Mage alone, if they don't burn you down, you wreck people. Utterly wreck. Yeah, you can write macros. They're just slower, so it's suboptimal. So a player who can do the rotation without a macro will be better than you. But, yeah, you can do macros. You can step macros like that. You can tell a macro to, like, wait and then cast an ability. Alright, let's go to green thing. Sell items in your inventory. Where's that Storm Sap that I just got? Because we definitely want to list this. Because this stuff has done nothing but go down in price. Just gets lower and lower and lower. One high quality cypress log, please. Please be worth something. Ugh. And yeah, I've just got all this cheap stuff right now. I'm trying to just dump my inventory. So I'm trying not to generate items. I just want everything gone. Everything must go. Okay, well, not that low. There we go. Bone chip? Oh, God. Soiled femur? No way. Seriously? Alright. Did you guys just see that? You buy that item from a vendor for 9 gil, and it's selling for craziness. Fish oil. 290, 289. Perfect. Yeah, get it all gone. Yeah, so Storm Sap's just used for Gatherer gear, so it'll die when the expansion goes live. Just doesn't have any value. Sell items in your inventory? Yes. And let's sell off this adamantite. So the low quality is going for 270. And then the high quality, we want to go list ideally for a profit. Screw the guy with 2. 2 doesn't get you anything. So that's the guy to beat. But 17 is not far behind him. So we'll undercut the 17 guy. So $12.99. And then hard silver ore. We bought a big old stack of this. $4.19. What did we pay? $195. Okay. Winning. I don't know if I need that gear. I'll hold on to that sand for now. I think I leveled too much, so I'm not going to need that sand. But like this mithrite sand was the last item, and I bought like a stack of 70, and I've used it 10 at a time to keep turning it in. 690, so we'll go with 689. I doubt that my purchase is even still on here. Yeah, it's not. I mean, that would have been probably a week ago. So I would have been shocked if it was still on there. Craftsman competence. Nice. We can sell these. 100,000. Whoa. Oh, it's not actually selling for that. It's selling for 50,000. All right. Thanks. Highland perch. 15, 14. That's 20 of 20. Oh, man. Almost done with getting all these. Oh, man, this guy's not even close. Just start with his inventory. I have all this junk in here. Raw Sphene. This is literally going below vendor price. I think there's a chance that I acquired this from vendor price, so I'm just losing money at this point. But I just want it gone. I bought everything to try showing like how things worked for that guide. And to make sure it was all working and everything. And that means I bought some things at a loss. I mean, I made money overall, but there's definitely items in here that I'm gonna eat. Okay, Cashmere Fleece, 198. This stuff is such junk. I just don't have space for all this. And so I'll check this again in the morning, and ideally a bunch of this little stuff is sold. And if it doesn't sell within the week, odds are I'll probably just vendor it. I just want my inventories nice and clear for the expansion, because the expansion just generates so much junk. Like, you're doing all those quests and everything, and you can only list 20 items at a time. And so they just tend to pile up. Alright. Well, I'm glad that worked, Jeremiah. A nice nest egg so far. Yeah, I mean, Sinister donated quite a bit to it tonight. I put 3 of it in the big bank, but I was at 8 on my own. Okay. Electrum, 1800, 1799. So I think Sinister gave 5 million. So I kept enough to keep the digit, and then put the rest in the bank, and if we burn through that, then I'll hopefully have enough of my own to put the other 2 in by then. Keep the digit. It's been a while since I've been above 10. I used to always just kind of start spending when I got above 10, and now I want to see how high I can get it. I have Lowland Grapes already listed. Oh god, these are just plummeting. Sasha and JD. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That was a really long name. What is the max characters you can have in a YouTube name? Please be worth something, lettuce. No, you are not. I don't even want to know what I bought that for. Oh, well, that's a profit. Not much. Small profit. Come on, mushrooms. Nope, nothing. And then these fending things, I built a bunch of these on my armorer, and they've been selling at about 1 a week. Looks like 20,000 is the most somebody will pay for non-high quality. U branch. 400 will come in at 399. I know they're high quality, but they don't have very many of them anyway. 6. Alright. Well, let's go flip that item. Why can you not buy from that screen? It's so frustrating, the fact that I have to do this. I have to back out, go over to here. It's priced so low that there won't even be a fee. Thank you. Now we come back over. Hop onto Chocomarts. Sell items in industrial items. Cumin seeds, trust. Sell items in your retainer's inventory. And now there's more. Now all these fish, like if these don't sell for anything, like if they drop below like 200, you can desynth them. And they'll make you a profit. The only problem is there's not like a auto desynth 99 things in one click, or like I'm just gonna go away for the weekend, and like I just want you to desynth my whole inventory. They don't do that. Return to inventory. I've got to start sending this retainer on better things, because every time he comes home with Chuck, it's just not worth anything. And only the one retainer does it. The other retainers all bring stuff that's valuable. The one retainer just needs to get their act together. Come on, tiger skins. These were worth a lot the other day, and they're not anymore. Sell those off. Potent blinding potions. Oh, I think those are needed for Grand Company turns. We'll hold on to that. In my retainers inventory. What are these rainbow shoes worth? We're looking for... Holy crap, these are low. Return these to my inventory. Can I desynth those? Where'd those go? Right here. Holy rainbow shoes. Desynth. 3.4. I'll take a chance. Okay, it's lost. I mean, at 800. I need to get my desynth up on Weaver at some point. Do I have anything? Is it all that cheap? No. Anything to under 1,000. I just... Nope. If you click too quick, it doesn't like that. Okay. Nightwind, you've watched what go up that much? There's definitely items that skyrocket in price, but that seems high. How do I pick what my retainers should be? For classes? So, I like to have one of each gatherer. But keep in mind, they only level up to the highest level that you have that class. So, only pick classes that you yourself will level. And then I have since I have 4, and then I have one as a battle class. And at the time that I made my retainers, I mained Black Mage. So I made it Black Mage. So like next expansion, it won't start gaining expansion until I push Black Mage up. This is low enough that like literally the fee doesn't even matter. Just get it gone. Cool. So the goal here is rainbow cloth if we're just trying to make money. But what I'm trying to do is actually level. And the fastest way to level is to buy stuff that's really close to your level, but there's very few items in the game that have a weaver thing around 80. And so it kind of is just this desert, and you have to just push through it. And I haven't been willing to do it because the attempts, like at a 3% chance, these are all going to fail. But if even one doesn't, it's great, but it's super expensive. Because we're just flushing. Every time I do this, I'm flushing 1,000 gil down the toilet. And like odds are I'll lose all of these. Because at 3.4%, come on. But if it works, even once, this was worth it. Oh, I should stock up Materia into him? Well, then this further increases the cost. But it doubles my odds? Really? Okay. I'll feed you, baby bear. Baby bird? Is that the quote? It's a Tosh thing. I think it was the Coty that was next. Yeah. I'll just we'll try one. Does it matter the materia? Like, what's the materia that's, like, the cheapest? Like, what's the junkiest materia you can have? Is that 3s? Are 3s the cheapest? Yeah, 3s are... Okay. So, we're going to jump to this thing here. And, oh, we got to go grab materia. Strength 1's... I have a strength 2. Okay. We'll do that. Just one. I don't need to full slot it, right? Or does each one... How do I meld, right? There it is. I was like, there's a button here somewhere. Holy Rainbow. You must be level 53 Weaver. No, I must not. I like the Foundation Melder. We're buddies. Double meld gives more, but not by much. Well, we're only doing it once tonight, so let's live big. I have 2 strength 2s. Let's do it to it. Okay, so it was 3.4%. It's the Jeweled Crozier. I assume that one's the same descent skill. It's possible it's not because it's a different slot. Every once in a while it takes just a little bit more. Okay, so first let's try see descent. So 3.4. If I want to live big, try bacon broth. How much is bacon broth? I don't know how big I want to live. I mean, I like bacon as much as the next guy. Okay. Not that big tonight, but big, that's, I could see living that big. Welcome, Emerald. Hopefully we'll get some more carbuncles in the near future. Okay, so we'll stop there, and we'll go to Descent. 11.9. That was huge. Alright, and then what happens if I do it again? Holy Rainbow Goatee. Yeah, do it again. Oh, yeah. What? Yeah, do it. With the gear in it. Get it out of here. Well, that does give me a use for this mess. Well, thank you. No, that's huge. That's huge. I still have a lot of, like, I mean, I have a lot of crappy materia in here. I have a lot of good materia in here, but I have a lot of crappy materia in here. And I have, like, clusters and Maki matter and stuff that I can go trade for 5s and 6s whenever I want. I just let it pile up. These are fairly valuable. Not as valuable as the gathering ones. And they get the gathering ones, I sell those. Add a saddlebag, add a saddlebag, add a saddlebag, and sort. At one point I had such a nice variety, like I just used those strengths so that slots gone, that like I was actually running out. And I was like, oh no, are there more materia types than there are slots in the chocobo bag? Wouldn't that be a bummer? Alright. And at some point here I gotta clean out this inventory, because like a whole bunch of this is market prohibited crap, and so I need to look up like I don't know what this stuff's used for. Sparkstone. This burning aether is contained within volcanic stone. It's used for its use not only in striking fires, but also maintaining them at consistent heat. Market prohibited. Vendors for 6 gil. So, cool. Well, Nightwind, thank you so much. That's I'm really struggling to. I want Desynthesis to be higher. So if we go to my hand and land, all my little ARR gatherers. So Culinarian obviously way higher than you need. Like 230, I think is the highest fish in the game right now. It's at 307. It just sits up there. Goldsmith has run into the next point, which I think is between. So right now, so the 80s is the transition from ARR to Heavensward, and this is Heavensward to Stormblood, I think. So I'm kind of dabbling on those 4. I know that out of the total of 1160, I can't have 5 at 300, because 5 times 300 is 1500, but that's kind of where I've been dabbling. So why not install the companion app? I don't know. I didn't like the way they rolled it out, and so I didn't do it at the time, and I don't know. And I don't know that I'd go premium. I don't think I would. But, cool. What's Tinker's Calm? Is that an item? Or is that an ability? Tinker's Calm? Tinker's Calm is an ability. Commonly used for Disciples of Hand to focused. Oh, that's not cheap. The soup is a 30-minute boost. Tinker's Calm is 10 minutes. So, can I have them both? That's fascinating. Cool. Well, thank you guys. This stream has gone actually longer than usual, and we started late. But thank you so much for hanging out. I learned a lot. Maybe a few of you learned something. Cool. And then, do we know, like, what level... Let me switch to Alchemist here. Armor, Goldsmith, Leatherworker, Weaver, Alchemist. Or I didn't have to do that, did I? I could have just checked in the log here. Tinker. Okay, so something higher than I am now. And then... soup. Which soup was it? Not that. Alright, so some soup that I don't have. Okay. Well. Cool. But, yeah. Mastercraft 2. Oh, bacon broth. Thank you. I was like... Now that I know it exists, I'm sure I could find it on Gamerscape. But... Bacon broth. Same with bacon broth. Master 2. Okay. Haven't done any of that mess yet. I have learned just enough about crafting to be fascinated about it, and I've watched enough crafting to be really proud that it's in this game. Just like I'm proud that like Savage and Ultimate's in this game, even though I don't clear them. But it's a daunting task. It's a daunting task. Like, seriously. That's... Getting into like collectibles and stuff within crafting is just this whole other world that I just have not dove into. So what I did this expansion was I learned a tank, and I'm not great at it, but I'm good enough we get to clear, and I'm good enough that people don't complain, and that's a victory. I prefer warrior to paladin. I haven't finished leveling my Dark Knight, and so everything I know about Dark Knight is from talking to like Brian and other Dark Knights. So next expansion I'd like to level all my tanks. I'll have all my gatherers to cap. So ideally I get those to cap. And then I'd like to start on crafting and healing. I've always enjoyed healing in other games. When I raided heavily, I've always been a ranged DPS or a healer, so that's kind of the roles that I'm most comfortable with. So I'd love to start getting back into that. So I think that's the plan for me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Maybe next week Brian will have internet, or maybe we won't be back from the wedding in time. We can try to tweet it out. We're trying to get better about tweeting. So we are over on Twitter. Getting better about tweeting out for videos and stuff like that. And I know all that. I know that, like, as a YouTube creator, you're supposed to not leave all your eggs in the YouTube basket. And you're supposed to kind of make sure that, you know, you have a presence on Twitter and you have a presence on Twitch and all these things. So we're trying to do those things. And on Monday nights when we both stream, Brian's been over on Twitch and I've been on YouTube. We could always flip that in the future. We just try to make sure that we have both platforms covered. So thank you guys. Definitely feel free to follow us over there. We go with WorkToGame with the number over there and TO over here. So I will see you guys around. Is there anybody live on Twitch right now that we can go say hello to? It would be a manual raid, since they don't have like raids from YouTube to Twitch. See if there's anybody that I just really enjoy. I don't know how many of you are just looking to call it a night. It looks like Brian or I have followed this one. Let me wait for the ad to finish, and then if any of you want to join me, I'll post a link, and I'm going to go sit in this while I kind of wind up the stream and everything. Don't know them. If you have anybody recommendations, definitely let me know. So here, Spofi is who it says. That's who it recommends for me. Where do I do this? Live. They don't make this easy at all. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna go hang out there for a bit while I kind of wind up. Thank you guys. Feel free to jump over there and let them know that's where it came from, because it's not going to announce it as a raid. And you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Take care.